Why do you think we're not allowed to do it?
Yeah, why do you think we're not allowed to sell on school grounds?
It's more about if you make it an exception for one, then you have to make an exception for all. And the schools want to protect kids from outside people coming in and trying to peddle stuff to kids all the time. And so it's supposed to be a place of education and learning, not a place of, not becoming a mall. And so if you open that up, then you have businesses that are going to want to come in and say, well, we want to come in and sell, bracelets. We want to come in and sell jewelry. We want to come in and sell, you know what I mean? It just becomes, it could become, and the schools do a lot of fundraisers just to raise funds for the school and all the clubs and groups and teams and whatever. And so they figure that we have enough dealing with all that, I guess.
So the second question is, what is your opinion on this policy of not being able to sell stuff?
Well, I think sometimes it's kind of inconvenient because I think at Christmas time it would be kind of nice to be able to bring some things in. And, I think there are certain times of the year where it would be nice to be able to say, all right, we're going to have a little craft fair, or, you know what I mean? Now's the chance if you have something to sell, you can bring it in. So you could organize it rather than just open game any day, that you could actually organize it. I think that there are times that you could say to a school, okay, 3 times a year you can do something like that. Allow people to come in and have an organized day. But for the most part, we have enough to do without having to worry about who's in the school, should they be in the school, are they a threat, not a threat, are they here? For the most part, I'm fine with it because it's just one less thing I have to worry about. So I don't really have an issue with not allowing people to sell stuff at the school. So, we don't even allow people to put up posters to advertise their business unless the district office pre-approves them, because we try to protect, kids from being, a captive audience that, they can just get inundated. But once you open that door, you can imagine how many people want to get into advertising to kids. And it's free advertising for them. Where they have to pay to put it on TV. They don't have to pay, I'm okay with it. I don't have any problem with them telling them no.
What do you think are the positive and negative effects of having this policy?
Well, the positives are we don't have to deal with screening, appropriate businesses, because I don't know what every business does, and if there's a business in here advertising, come to our business for whatever, and then they turn out to be doing illegal activities or selling things that shouldn't be appropriate for kids. I don't have to worry about knowing everything. The negatives is for, the kid that's, making little friendship bracelets that, wants to sell them to raise some money for their own little personal project. That's kind of a bummer. The little guy kind of gets the bad end of the deal, but from my end, not having to manage, trying to figure out what's legit and what isn't, it makes my job easier.
Yeah, that's really one of my problems with it, because I sort of want to have plush commissions, but because of this rule, I can't sell my plushes here, and so I can't, buy a store. I can't do that kind of stuff because I am not old enough, and I'm just trying to make some money.
So I think that you could maybe find a way around that. I think that you could talk to a teacher and maybe set up like an entrepreneurship club and say, we want to be little entrepreneurs, and so we want to have a club of learning how to run your own business, and then we want to have a day where we submit paperwork to do a fundraiser, and we're going to sell our stuff. I think that you could find a way around it if you really wanted to, but to just say, I'm going to just bring my stuff, and kids that are super motivated that really want to find a way around it, I think probably could. But you're going to have to find a teacher to help you set up a club and learn about being an entrepreneur and make it sort of legitimate so that it's not just about selling your stuff. So there's some learning that goes along with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys.